Spirit Tarot of the Soul. Tonight is a blue moon rising. So the blue moon is actually on the 31st at like 4 a.m. But now at something like 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the blue moon has risen. So we are celebrating with readings on tonight. And Vladimir, you are here with me, ready to get a reading. So hey, welcome to the evening. How are you doing tonight? I'm good, just hanging out. That's a good way to be. Nice to chill on an evening, Saturday evening. Glad to have you. Love your lady hearts up. Those are pretty cool. I am having a good night, doing pretty well, enjoying the vibe of the evening. It's been real chill, and I gotta love that. So, here to share some readings. I like the magic of the cards, so I'm excited for tonight's stream. See what the full moon has to say. That's good. Thanks. Well, what kind of reading can I get for you? I had a couple rocket books. They might be in a stack I sent somewhere. And one of them had a listing of tarot spreads on the top of it. Just the one. Thank you so much. I want to know what spirit guides are sending me, any messages that I should be receiving. Okay? What messages does spirit want you to have? We can do that. Scorpio, welcome to the evening. Glad to have you. You are second in the position, so behind Vladimir. So Vladimir, I like to do a diamond spread. I think that does a wonderful job of pulling in messages. The diamond spread is a 5-card reading. The first card is the focus, it's in the center. The second and third card are left and right, and that's the internal and external influences. The fourth card is what's needed to better understand or overcome. And the fifth card is the higher resolution. So let's see what your spirit guides have to say. Queen of Wands is your first card, the focus. Nine of Wands is your internal influence, 2 wands. 4 of Cups reversed in the external influences. 6 of Swords reversed in what's needed to better understand or overcome. And hi, Scorpio. Glad to have you this evening. Glad to get to do you a reading for you. And then the Death card. Okay. So let's start. Queen of Wands. Confident, self-assured, passionate, determined, social, charismatic, vivacious, optimistic. Queen of Wands represents self-confidence, independence, and courage. This card symbolizes the growth that takes place along the journey to becoming a strong and self-assured individual. The Queen of Wands acts as an extrovert, enjoying healthy and inspiring competition. Such a person is able to create an atmosphere of confidence that attracts others. So I love this word for confidence. I think the message this card brings, it was just repeated over and over, is confidence. So I think right now a good reflection or a good awareness to come to is the confidence that you feel in yourself, in your spirituality, in your connection to the divine. And then we'll go to Nine of Wands. Last stand, persistence, grit, resilience, perseverance, close to success, fatigue. This card is in internal influence. The Nine of Wands represents boundaries, resilience, and courage. The asker may be feeling worn down by life's tribulations or as though they cannot catch a break. The Nine of Wands reminds us to courageously stand firm in who we are, protect our boundaries and what we have built. It is the time to stay true to oneself and to practice the word no. I love that. As you're feeling confident and you're having a good awareness of who you are, it's important to stand true to yourself, but to respect your boundaries to be able to stand true to yourself. And so if there's others that cross those boundaries, that attack you, abuse you, neglect you, reject you, all those things, firm your boundaries and go ahead and keep to them so you can remain true to who you are. Just because you're good, kind, open, honest, all of those things doesn't mean you have to tolerate people who treat you less than. Give them the respect to give yourself respect to walk away. Four of Cups reversed in the external influences. Clarity, awareness, acceptance, chasing happiness, depression, negativity. Moonlit Ava, welcome. I saw you followed me earlier. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here this evening. On a moon rising even. Blue moon rising at that. The Four of Cups reverse suggests that the querent feels a new surge of strength and is ready to take advantage of new opportunities. Life gives them pleasure again after a long period of boredom, and they are in a pleasant state of waiting for something. This card suggests that the querent will communicate a lot and make new friends, perhaps as a result of attending a party or accepting someone's invitation. It may be worth renewing old acquaintances and thinking about how important they are to them. So I like that. As the reading is about confidence and setting those boundaries, then when participating in the external world, it's inviting new opportunities to realign with people that are in your vibration, that are in your heart kindly, that can create that positive space to interact with and create relationships with from that place of confidence. People that are on your tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. Well, this card speaks of finding that tribe. So what's needed to better, or what's needed to overcome? Six of Swords. Reversed. Stuck in the past, returning to trouble, running away from problems, trapped. The Six of Swords reverse indicates the asker may feel stuck in a situation or circumstance. They have been procrastinating on making a change out of fear of discomfort and the unknown, hoping everything will resolve on its own. This card is a reminder that discomfort is sometimes a necessary stepping stone towards a happier future. Positive developments will show up along their path, but they must take a leap and embrace their inner strength. So confidence, feeling sure of yourself, being aware of yourself, it brings an inner knowing, and that inner knowing can guide you to new opportunities and new directions to take. But part of taking new directions is letting go of old things that no longer serve. And that can be scary because we hold on to things almost like a comfort blanket. But when it's time to move on, it's time to move on. And so that confidence can lead you in new directions, both inwardly and outwardly. And so let yourself follow that. You're ready to move in that new direction. Don't let the past hold you back. I got Six of Swords reversed when I pulled a card for romantic interest past. It's interesting. I will send you the spread I pulled. Okay, thank you. And then the higher understanding is the death card. 56. Transformation, endings, change, transition, letting go, release. The death card signals that one major phase in your life is ending and a new one is about to begin. I feel drawn to pull the cards in the morning itself. Yeah, I sometimes pull cards in the morning. When I wake up in the right energy, I like to pull cards in the morning. I do daily pulls for friends and for Discord, and I find that they're easiest to resonate with in the morning when I do them. The death card signals that one major phase in your life is ending and a new one is about to begin. You just need to close one door so that the new one can open. Another meaning of the death card is that you're about to go through a major change, transition, or transformation. The old version of yourself needs to die to allow the new you to be created. So yeah, I like this. The focus is about confidence, feeling sure of yourself, setting your boundaries, respecting them for the you that you are, and then going out into the world and finding those that vibe with your confidence, with who you authentically are, and let yourself feel pulled towards that. And then the Six of Swords was about letting go of the past and, you know, embracing the new, that it revolves around that confidence, that strength, that assuredness of self. And then ultimately, in stepping in those new directions, you're ushering in change and into a new transition in life, a new phase, a new chapter. So yeah, I like that reading. I like those cards that came and how they lined up. I hope that was resonant with what you needed to hear. And then I also like to do a card from my Green Witch Oracle deck to walk with, like a reflection to walk away with. The guidebook offers a little text and then a reflection to, carry forward. That was resonating. Thank you so much. Oh, good. Yay. I'm glad it resonated. Yay. I love when that happens. It's what I hope for with everyone I do. Remembrance, loyalty, faithfulness. Rosemary. Rosemary is an aromatic herb closely associated with loyalty, devotion, and remembrance of the dead. The sharp, piney smell is clean, helping to clear away confusion and uncertainty. Rosemary's needles grow on woody stems, a strong core that is not easily broken. The Rosemary card tells you to be faithful to what you hold sacred in your life. Whether that is your values, beliefs, people, or whatever you feel passionate about, remember those things and honor them. Keep them in mind when making choices. Don't let the world sway you from your ideals. And a great reflection point, as confidence is important. What do you hold to be sacred in your life? What's most important? I think that's a great, as transition, as change is looming in the future around this confidence you're feeling. I think it's great to know what matters most, because if you know what matters most, it's easiest to follow that direction. So thanks, Vladimir. I appreciate you letting me do a reading for you. And I'm so glad that it resonated. I always hope for that. So yay. Thank you so much for being here tonight and for being my first reading of the night. So Scorpio, that brings you up. How are you doing tonight? Ads. Oh, bummer. Alma, could I ask for a reading about what I need to hear right now regarding connecting with others? Any general advice? Okay. I'm going to make that a love reading. For me, connection is love-based. And so hearing what words resonate with love is what I'll focus this reading around. We'll do another diamond spread because it offers such a full breadth of perspectives to see. Back from ads now. Okay, I hope you heard all of that. I forgot you were at ads. Um, so yeah, we'll do a love reading, and we'll do the diamond spread for you, and we'll see what the cards have to say. So first up, Ten of Cups reversed. Second is internal influence. Knight of Cups reversed. The Fool. Just so you know, I always like to look at the cards around that kind of pop with one, and the Fool jumped on top, but right below it was the Lovers. So I like to think that the Lovers is influencing that new perspective. And the Lovers card for me is our idealistic notion we have when we get into relationships with others, not just romantic, but any kind of relationship, the expectations we hold in others of what we need them to be for us, that kind of thing. Three of Wands for reversed, for what's needed to better understand or overcome. And Three of Pentacles for higher understanding, higher resolution. So let's see, Ten of Cups. Let's go for reverse love meaning, meddling relatives, a short fling, external forces affecting relationship. This card may indicate that the asker is struggling to find personal fulfillment or a sense of happiness in their life. It's a reminder to take a step back and reassess what brings joy and meaning. The Ten of Cups reverse suggests that it is a time to address any underlying issues and work towards finding balance and harmony in all areas of life. So when I hear underlying issues, if you think back to the relationships you've had, whether romantic, friendship, work, or otherwise, think about the parallels between them, the things they had in common, the conveniences, the comforts, sorry, my headband fell off. The things they had in common, but also the things that got in the way of those relationships, the things you contributed, the things that were triggered or others triggered you with, the parallels between relationships. Because when you can look back with a sense of clarity, it brings you a better awareness of self and how you participate with others. If looking back, all of the relationships are somebody else's fault, it's hard to know what to do to better it going forward. But the Ten of Cups asks to reassess, right? What matters and what makes you happy and what brings that joy and meaning. So in all the moments, in all the relationships you've had, what was the theme between them all? And find that going forward, because you know that's what's important. You know that's what matters. Then we have Knight of Cups reversed. This is in internal influence. Reverse love meaning, avoiding conflict in love, passive-aggressive partner, quickly changing feelings, false appearances. Don't be too passive and don't be influenced by others. There is a risk that you may be misled, so it's important to consult an impartial person. Make sure that you are not deceived or being taken advantage of. So with this card, it seems to be aware of who you're dancing with internally. When we're feeling we need others, it's often from a place of deprivation of ourselves. And so we might gloss over red flags that other people present in who they show to us just to invite them into our lives. And we were talking about boundaries in the previous reading. It's important for ourselves when we're going into relationships with others to have boundaries that we respect, because if we respect ourselves, then we can expect others to respect us as well. And so it starts within. And so this card encourages the asker to take a step back and find a way to release the heavy emotions they are carrying. They are invited to take a deeper look at their needs and feelings before jumping to conclusions. Tanya dear, welcome. Welcome to the chat for the first time. I am doing well tonight, here for Moonrise readings on this blue moon weekend, and happy to be sharing good vibes with the community and glad to have people to do readings for. So how are you doing tonight? So this card, I like to think that we can only meet people as deeply as we meet ourselves. And so if there's been conflict or there's been negative feelings in past relationships, confront those, feel those deeply, and let those move you in the direction of healing so that those issues don't re-manifest in future relationships. Metalhead, welcome. You are third, so I am working on a reading for Scorpio right now, and then you're up next. So thank you for joining the chat. Glad to have you. So then we come to the Fool in the external world. A lot of times it's really easy in relationships to judge people based on what we've been through with others. So if we've been cheated on, we think everybody else is going to cheat on us. If somebody's broken our heart, we assume everybody else is going to break our heart. And so we judge people guilty before we ever give them the chance to be who they are. And so I think the Fool with the Lovers underneath comes to reflect that embrace each new person as who they are and meet them at their level. Don't judge them for the past that hurt you, but invite them to be part of a new future that's happy to be a part of, not another tragedy to endure. I always say that to my friends. We meet others as deeply as we have met ourselves. That resonated. I love that. I'm glad it's something you say as well. So yeah, when we're going in the external world, it's important to branch out without expectations, without assumptions, without demands on what the future should be or what the relationship should be. Ultimately, demands and expectations and assumptions, those are all boxes that we cage ourselves into about what the future can or can't be. But when you go with an open mind like the Fool in this card, just wide open and magical, ready to let life be what it'll be, people fold in around that positive energy, and those are the people you want to vibe with. Three of Wands, reversed. Restriction, limitations, lack of progress, obstacles, delays, frustration. The reverse Three of Wands indicates that you may have embarked on personal journeys or developments, but have not received the achievements that you were looking for. The reverse love meaning is frustrations or obstacles in love, learning to compromise in love. The reverse Three of Wands can also mean that you need to take some time to plan your future, especially if you have not started on your long-term goals or become overwhelmed by the tasks you face now or will have to face soon. So for me, this card is about obstacles, right? So what's needed to better understand the obstacles that get in the way of you opening yourself freely to the people in your life, whether that be romantic, career, friendships, whatever, however a person enters your life. reflect on what it is that keeps you from loving them freely. Is it past hurts that you're still carrying with you? Is it an immature definition of love that doesn't let people be free to be themselves? Is there jealousy? Is there self-doubt? What's going on that gets in the way of you being happy in love? And that brings us to the Three of Pentacles, the higher resolution or the higher understanding. Three of Pentacles, teamwork, shared goals, collaboration, apprenticeship, effort, pooling energy. The Three of Pentacles represents expanding skills and knowledge, teamwork, and implementation. This card is a sign that the asker will be able to achieve greater success with the collaborative support of a team. A team is always a great way, or support with others is always a great way to find relationships. People who are in alignment with where you are presently, whether that be at work or hobbies you have, activities you like to do, life stages that you're in the part of, therapies that you could be join in. There's lots of ways to meet and connect with people. And so the upright love meaning, doing projects with partner, feeling like a team, or love at work, creative hobbies. Furthermore, the asker has been implementing their goals and will likely achieve success. Their hard work will soon pay off, and they can expect a reward, whether it is financial or simply a deep sense of satisfaction and pride. So I like that. So this card seems the higher resolution is finding those connections that you want. So it starts with going within and finding that definition of what matters most in order to find it in the world around you. Find that happiness and define it for yourself, and then let that ripple outward and be the people that you have in your life that fulfill that happiness for you. So we have those cards, and let's see what the Green Witch Oracle deck has to say. I hope that resonated, Scorpio. I hope you're still there and that the ads didn't get you. Cup of tea, patience, and reassessment. I'm here listening in. Good. Just wanted to make sure. A cup of tea provides you with a moment of quiet. Savor the process and stay present. This brewing takes time, just as a tricky situation takes time to develop. A quick reaction may not be the way to go. Have patience and let things ripen. Just as an infusion of herbs takes time to come to full potency, magical work rarely produces instantaneous results. Remember, a watch pot never boils. Let it do its work in its own time and trust in your process. Use the time to reflect on the situation and how you feel about it and reassess your perspective. The cup of tea card reminds you that perhaps all is not as it seems. Reflection. Are there lessons you can learn from a difficult situation that you haven't considered yet? So perhaps that difficult situation or the relationships that haven't been fulfilling or haven't lasted in your life, and the lessons that you can learn from those relationships so as not to repeat the same mistakes in relationships going forward. Every mistake, every experience is there to help guide us to a better future. And so even if relationships haven't worked out in the past, consider those. My nose is itching and it's like a hair is in there, and I'm sorry. Every relationship is a chance to learn what we need better. In any given state, a person may or may not be on our level, and that's not our fault, that's not their fault. It's just a matter of syncing up with people at the right time, and not every time is the right time in our lives. So we can take what we learn at each stage and use that to implement in future relationships that help us carry the of progression forward positively. So I hope, Scorpio, I hope that was resonant. I hope that gives you some insight or understanding on how to move forward in your relationships. And Pixel, welcome. Good evening. I am going to stand up and take a break because my nose is driving me crazy, and I don't want to stand on camera itching my nose while it's going crazy. So I will be back shortly. But I will, beautiful reading. Thank you. Good, good. I'm sorry I'm jumping up, but I will be right back. Hey, I'm back. My nose is no longer itching, so I'm ready to do some more readings. Up next is the metalhead. You are up in the queue. You are picked for the readings queue. Itchy nose. Yeah, that was something else. It just wouldn't go away. And the longer it didn't go away, the more intense it got. It's really hard to talk when you got an intense nose itching. Hello, welcome the Metalhead. Thank you for the follow, and thank you Pixelite for the follow as well. 2 follows while I was gone, or right now, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. So the Metalhead, how are you doing this evening? And if you're not feeling like chatting, what kind of reading can I get for you tonight? I like to do a 5-card diamond spread. It is, the first card is the focus in the center. The left and right card are the internal and external influences. The third or fourth card is what's needed to overcome or better understand. And the 5th card is the higher resolution. I'm doing good, thanks. Basically, I'm after a love reading. I know someone who I have had a lot of banter with and would like to know if there's something there. I feel it will get guidance in the general. Well, what I can do for you, I have a 4-card spread. It's a relating spread. The first card represents your energies. The second card represents the person you're thinking of's energy. The third card represents the composite energy, the mixing of them. And then the fourth card is a meditation or thought to ponder about the relationship. If that feels like something that would work for you, it can do that for you. I feel it will get guidance in the general reading. General readings are nice. If it helps, I'm male and it's a female. Oh, it doesn't matter. For me, I can't read gender in the cards. I don't get information in that way. And so really it's just a manner of reading what the cards show about you and seeing where the inspiration flows in that direction. And yes, that sounds wonderful. I like to just observe today. Well, thank you for observing. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here to participate. So yeah, let's see what the cards have to say. The first card is your energy, and we get the Chariot. The second card is the female's energy. We get Temperance. And then the third card is the mixing of your energy. Knight of Swords reversed. And I'll read the love keywords for all of these just to have better focus of where inspiration goes. And then 6 of Wands for the meditation reversed. 6 of Wands reversed. All right, so you are the Chariot. Success, ambition, determination, willpower, control, self-discipline, focus. The upright love meaning is taking action in love, taking control of love life. The Chariot Tarot card is all about overcoming challenges and gaining victory through maintaining control of your surroundings. This perfect control and confidence allows the charioteer to emerge victorious in any situation. You will be able to stay on the chosen path if your decision is firm. Your strategy should be move forward decisively and have a clearly defined goal. So this word speaks to me of confidence, being sure of yourself, genuine, authentic, and honest with who you are. That's a great energy to bring the moment and to move forward with. Then we have Temperance. She comes to the table. Balance, peace, patience, moderation, calm, tranquility, harmony, serenity. Upright love meaning, careful and considerate with love, being patient with love or lover. The Temperance card suggests moderation and balance coupled with a lot of patience. When this card appears, there is a suggestion that extremes in any situation should be avoided. Temperance may also indicate a time to evaluate and re-examine the priorities you have chosen. This will help you create a balance between your outer and inner self. So I like this. This person seems to have a chill vibe, an awesome energy, calm, cool, balanced, collected to your confidence. So they might, to your fire, they might be the water that soothes your soul. Let's see, Knight of Swords. Reversed. Rude, tactless, forceful, bully, aggressive, vicious, ruthless, arrogant. Reverse love meaning aggressive partner, bullying, abuse, intense arguments. The Knight of Swords reverse indicates the asker is either scattering their energy in too many places or is going full speed ahead with the decision without a plan. This card is a reminder to slow down. This card is also a sign they must take time to connect with their inner voice. When we're going 100 miles an hour, we often lose sight of our soul's ultimate purpose. So when I hear this card, slow down, in the mixing of energies, sometimes in that initial phase of when we're getting to know somebody, we can rush ahead with feelings that overlook glaring disconnects that we might have. And so in any relationship, give it time to be what it's going to be and let it be what it's going to be. Watch it, witness it, appreciate it, grow with it, and learn from it as it grows. Which brings us to the meditation, Six of Wands, reversed. Interesting. Giving up, admitting defeat, yielding, lack of self-belief, surrender. This is the meditation card. The reverse love meaning is defensiveness, denial in love, a breakup from external pressure. The Seven of Wands reverse signifies that the asker has been bearing the weight of the world on their shoulders. They may be feeling isolated or though everyone is against them. The Seven of Wands reverse may also indicate that the asker is yielding or going back on their beliefs and values because of external pressures. Standing up for what we believe in can sometimes involve losing the validation of others. This card makes me ask, how true are you being of yourself in relation to the other? Are you putting on a show to attract them and wondering if it'll pan out? Or are you being authentically and genuinely yourself and letting the person get to know you on that level? Any level of pretending is kind of lying to the person and misleading them from who you really are. Trying to get them with a bait and switch is ultimately problems in the future to overcome. Let yourself be open, honest, and authentic. And if they vibe with you, then taking it slow isn't going to hurt because it lets you get to know the real them. And if there really is that fire and water kind of energy going on, that's awesome. It's wonderful to have both extremes meet in the middle and find love. And so just being opposites or different doesn't necessarily get in the way. It only gets in the way when we're not seeing people for who they truly are and we're not truly being ourselves in that process either. So then let's go to the Green Witch Oracle deck. Hi, Call Me Oh Daddy. I see you joined the queue. Trunk, stability, loyalty, reliability. Like a spine, the stalk or trunk is the central column of a plant from which everything branches. It is both the support and connector, unifying the extremities of crown and roots. The newer, softer wood just beneath the protective bark of the trunk conveys moisture from the ground upward and moves energy created in the leaves downward. The core is what gives the tree its strength. Like a tree, your core has been formed of past experiences as you've grown. Make a list of your core beliefs, who you are, what you hold dear, and what you would never compromise on. This is who you truly are. The trunk card reminds you to stay true to those beliefs to provide a safe, stable place for new experiences to develop. And the reflection is what have some formative experiences in your life been, and how have they shaped who you are today? Because ultimately, who you are today is who you want to share with others, not hindered by the past that's no more, but the fullness of who you are, so they can meet you at the same level and move forward in openness and honesty. And that genuine kind of connection is something that touches you deeply, no matter how long it lasts. And I hope you can find that, something that lasts, if that's what you're looking for. I hope that was a resonant reading, Metalhead. I hope we found words or insight that you needed to hear. I believe that will bring up Pixel Light. Thank you for your time and an amazing reading. You make perfect sense. Yay! Thank you. Thank you for letting me know it resonated. I always hope for that. Thank you. I appreciate it's almost 5 a.m. in UK, so I need to sleep. So good night. Yes, sleep well. Thank you for sticking around, and I'm glad we got you a good reading before bed. I hope you wake ready to hit the day and have a great one at that. So happy blue moon. So Pixel Light, are you still there? Call me a daddy. Good night. More like good morning, right? You sent a Venmo. Is that what came through? Let me grab my phone. Or wait, maybe it'll be in my email that I can check on here so I don't have to get up. Thank you so much for the Venmo. I really appreciate it. That's amazing. Thank you. Were you hoping for a specific spread or month ahead? Month ahead spread. Okay. My phone is on the table right there. Okay, let me get back to this. Yeah, I'm fine with whatever. I also wanted to donate. Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Donations are so rare, so they're incredibly meaningful when they come through. Thank you sincerely for this donation. I really appreciate it. You mentioned the month ahead, but if you'd like another reading, we can do something that works better for you. If you have a theme or a question, and we can find what works, or month ahead works too. I believe that's an 8-card spread, and it pulls a card for it each week, which is a great reading. But the month ahead is a great one to do on a blue moon, which, blue moon is tomorrow. So a month ahead for the new full moon, that would be a good one. Yeah, just a few hours. Thank you so much for the Venmo. And it's nice that it works. I was trying to use it with somebody else, and it was blocking me from using it. So I'm glad that it's able to be used. I signed up for coffee as well for fear that the Venmo wouldn't work. Is he lurking? Aw. So yeah, if you'd like the month ahead. Hello, Godvi. Welcome to the queue. Glad to have you this evening. Glad to see you join Tarot of the Soul. Doing well. Just I'll let you pick. To be honest, the brain's going all over. Well, let's do the month ahead spread for you and see what that has to say. I just want to lay out the cards properly. So it's So yeah, it's 8 cards, 2 cards for each week. We lay them out 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see what the cards have to say. Week 1, the first card is the 8 of Cups. Week 2 is the 7 of Cups. Week 3 is Justice reversed. Week 4 is Strength. Is that all on camera?
The bottom of it is we got a lot of glare on the top.
Do I? Is it?
It's like anything. Now the glare is only there when light gets burnt.
Okay. Yeah, if you want, since I'm having the cards be so far up there. All right, so then the second card for week 1 is the Hanged Man. The second card for week 2 is the Chariot. Second card is the Empress. And then for week 4 is the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So let's see. We have 8 of Cups for week 1. And we'll do them across. We'll do both cards for week 1, both for 2, and see how they come together. Okay, 8 of Cups. Abandonment, walking away, letting go, searching for truth, leaving behind. The 8 of Cups card represents living in alignment with our truths and instincts and walking away from disappointing situations. The querent may have recently left a job, relationship, or friendship that was not fulfilling. The 8 of Cups is a reminder that to let instincts and intuition lead the way in decision making. If the querent has recently been avoiding a situation, the 8 of Cups assures them that they have the strength to face reality. I like this card. It, as week 1, letting go of the things that aren't healthy for us, that aren't happy making, that aren't good for us to be a part of. Whether that's relationships, situations, workplace environments, whatever is going on that's not healthy, now is a great time to let it go. Which brings us to the Hanged Man. Sacrifice, waiting, uncertainty, lack of direction, contemplation, perspective. At present, a period of trials has come into your life, which indicates the need to learn some lessons. You are going through a transition period, realizing that you are stuck halfway between the old and the new. So I like that the week 1 seems to be a card of closing a chapter, letting go of things, and waiting for the new to begin. This card that is mainly associated with waiting and suspension. It suggests that waiting might be the thing you need to do in order to achieve success or wait for the right opportunity. So week 1, closing the chapter and waiting for the right opportunity to manifest. I like that. I like that reminder that sometimes the best course of action is to wait. Not every moment needs to be acted upon, and sometimes the best course of action is merely to wait for a better moment to act. And it's such wisdom, and it's something that we learn as we get older. Patience is a virtue, and waiting for the right moment, definitely a virtue. So the second week, we start with Seven of Cups. Choices, searching for purpose, illusion, fantasy, daydreaming, wishful thinking, indecision. The Seven of Cup card represents dreams, fantasies, and choices. The querent may be filled with creativity and excitement about new projects or opportunities, which may lead to indecision. The Seven of Cups is a reminder to carefully review all options, as they may not be as promising as they seem. Once the querent feels confident about one path, this card indicates a need to take grounded action to bring their visions to reality. So from here, this is the waiting, and the waiting will likely bring clarity on when to act. And so I think that waiting for the right moment, that clarity comes in the second week, which brings the Chariot, which I think will be interesting. Success, ambition, determination, willpower, control, self-discipline, focus. The Chariot Tarot card is all about overcoming challenges and gaining victory through maintaining control of your surroundings. This perfect control and confidence allows the Charioteer to emerge victorious in any situation. For me, the only form of control we have is over ourselves and how we react to situations. And so it seems like this card in these cards in the second week indicate that the time to act is upon you. And so be open and ready to see the opportunity when it manifests and act upon it when it finds you. You will be able to stay on the chosen path if your decision is firm. Your strategy should be to move forward decisively and have a clearly defined goal. Which then brings us to the third week, which is Justice. Justice reversed. Injustice, retribution, corruption, dishonesty, unfairness, avoiding accountability. The reverse meaning of justice in tarot is to show that you are living in denial. You're not willing to accept the consequences of your actions or those of others. Taking action gives you a chance to change and stop judging yourself. And it said in legal matters, it could represent an unjust outcome of a case that you're not willing to accept. So for me, this is reality. So you waited for the right opportunity to act. Then the right opportunity comes in the second week. And then it comes on us to see reality for what it is. Are we responding to the opportunity appropriately? Hi, Snickers. Hey, baby. Don't drink the milk. So the justice is seeing things clearly for what they are and our part in them. But the Empress is a positive card. Divine feminine, sensuality, fertility, nurturing, creativity, beauty, abundance, nature. So I like that seeing things clearly, but then it also gives insight to see things for the gentle way life exists. The softer side of life is there to see in the third week. The Empress shows us how deeply we are embedded in our femininity. Femininity can be associated with fertility, expression, creativity, and nurturing, among many other aspects. The Emperor's card could also mean the birth of a new idea, business, or project in your life. Owing to the good fortune that surrounds this card, you can be sure that such situations and projects would end successfully in your life. So it seems like the third week has direction on where to take the opportunities of the second week. And that brings us to the fourth week. Strength. 46 reversed. Self-doubt, weakness, low confidence, inadequacy, cowardice, forcefulness. A reverse strength card can mean that you or are about to experience intense anger or fear in your life. You seem to be lacking the inner strength that this card normally represents, meaning you might be experiencing fear and a lack of conviction and confidence in your own abilities. So, as you had to wait for the opportunity to come, the choice to act upon it when you see it happening, the chance to see it for the softer side of things that it manifests as, that might manifest as like a little bit of discomfort with yourself in this new direction you're taking things. But ultimately, confidence issues, fear issues, that's just an internal. Thank you so much. Well, you still have one more card. We have the Seven of Pentacles, and then we also have a Green Witch Oracle deck card if you'd like that as well. See, the Seven of Pentacles, 178. Okay, good. I didn't want you leaving without getting everything. Seven of Pentacles, harvest, rewards, results, growth, progress, perseverance, patience, and planning. The Seven of Pentacles represents long-term vision, sustainability, and assessment. This card indicates the asker has been cultivating their goals through hard work and determination. So this sounds like the payout card for this whole journey the month is going to take you on. This is helping you a lot, though. Oh, good. Yay. That's what I hope for. Thank you. I appreciate you letting me know. I'm so glad we could get you something that helps. The Seven of Pentacles is an invitation. Zabu Ninja, welcome. It's exclamation Alma space join to get in the queue. The Seven of Pentacles is an invitation to project a long-term vision. Remember, the best rewards come from sustained effort over time as opposed to quick wins. The asker may feel that not enough progress has been made. But ultimately, you're just beginning, so give yourself a chance. Just like waiting was the beginning theme of the week, waiting and continuing that effort to see those rewards manifest is the way to build lasting results. May has been a rough month for me, so it's just wanting to know what June gives me. Well, yeah, I understand that, especially when you've been through a hard month. But let the month weigh on you as heavily as it needs to, but then let it go. Good times come, good times go, hard times come, hard times go. And just move with the new times and let this new month shape you into something that's ready to act when that opportunity comes. And follow it through. See the softer side, have strength and confidence in yourself, and know that that success is coming. And then let's get your Green Witch Oracle deck. Oh, wow, you got cup of tea as well. That was an earlier one that somebody got in their reading. It's a good card. Patience and reassessment. A cup of tea provides you with a moment of quiet. Savor the process and stay present. This brewing takes time, just as a tricky situation takes time to develop. A quick reaction may not be the way to go. Have patience and let things ripen. Just as an infusion of herbs takes time to come to full potency, Magical work rarely produces instantaneous results. Remember, a watched pot never boils. Let it do its work in its own time and trust in your process. Use the time to reflect on the situation and how you feel about it and reassess your perspective. The cup of tea card reminds you that all is not as it seems. And the reflection, are there lessons you can learn from a difficult situation you haven't considered yet? What a beautiful way to walk away from the reading. What's lessons you can learn from the difficult situations you've been through in May? What can you walk away with to turn a hard month into a learned lesson so you can carry forward into June in a positive way? So yeah, thank you so much for letting me do that reading. Thank you so much for the donation. I am so moved and genuinely touched by your generosity. I appreciate you sharing in my direction, and I hope this was a meaningful reading for you. And I hope you'll be back soon so we can do more for you, and let me know how your June turns out. Thank you. Did you turn it off? Hmm.
They said you had 3 months different. So you may you're
Okay. Call me your daddy. Are you there? No, you're not. What kind of reading can I get for you tonight? I have a blue moon in Sagittarius spread, if you'd like that. It's 4 cards. What do you have in your sights? What do you learn when you miss the target? How can you get closer to your center? And what is your next goal? If that sounds like cards you'd like to hear, I could do that for you. Lately, you haven't been sure what you wanted, so I want to try to offer something different. Sure, why not? Okay. So the first card is, what do you have in your sights? Knight of Cups. What do you learn when you miss the target? Two of Pentacles reversed. How can you get closer to your center? The World. What is your next goal? 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So what do you have in your sights? Knight of Cups. Idealist, charming, artistic, graceful, tactful, diplomatic, mediator, negotiator. The Knight of Cups represents romance, creativity, and beauty. This card is a sign that you may be moving forward with a creative project you have intuitively felt compelled to manifest. This card can also serve as a reminder to be vulnerable and express love to those around you. I remember recently you were asking for a reading of who you were going to meet that was your future partner. So this card kind of resonates. And I like the idea of it telling you to be vulnerable and share love with others. Ultimately, when you're open and vulnerable in love, people feel comfortable being open and vulnerable with you in love. You get what you give. And so vulnerability is a lot more door opening than sarcasm or harsh wit, and humor that takes a certain thing to get. Vulnerability, that will melt hearts. Although it can feel scary to bare our soul, this bravery will allow for greater intimacy and connection. What do you learn when you miss the target? Two of Pentacles reversed. Imbalance, unorganized, overwhelmed, messiness, chaos, overextending. The reverse Two of Pentacles indicates that the asker is juggling many responsibilities and may be feeling overwhelmed. It's a sign to take a step back and take a breath and find ways to center yourself amidst the perceived chaos. So it's what do you have to learn when you miss the target? How to center and balance yourself after a mistake or a mishap or chaos. It reminds us that whatever we are dedicating our energy to is what we are currently committed to. The asker has the opportunity to evaluate areas of their life that are not in alignment with their values. So yeah, ultimately, when something goes awry or something goes out of expectation for what it should, that's a way to just ground and center ourselves in what matters. Everything being up in the air means that we need to focus on what matters most. And a good lesson to learn in any given sense of chaos, what matters most. How can you get closer to your center, the world? Completion, achievement, fulfillment, sense of belonging, wholeness, harmony. To encounter the world in your cards is to encounter a great unity and wholeness. I like that. Whatever makes you feel unified and whole, a complete picture, that's what'll bring you back to center. It symbolizes the moment when the inner and outer worlds, self and other, become a single entity. The meaning of the World card is fulfillment, achievement, and completion. This shows that all the efforts that you have been putting in place are starting to pay off. So ultimately, that sense of completion, that sense of fulfillment, that comes when we center ourselves, when we're authentically who we are and we just rest in that place, in that comfort, in that awareness, in that just genuine connection to who we get to be. I keep touching this. I hope it's not making noise. And then what is your next goal? 10 of Pentacles. Legacy, roots, family, ancestry, inheritance, windfall, foundations, privilege, affluence, stability, tradition. The 10 of Pentacles represents legacy, accomplishments, and financial abundance. The asker has reached a pinnacle in their journey, recently completing an important career or life milestone through hard work. This card is also about family ties and cultivating deep bonds. It serves as a reminder to spend time with your loved ones and build memories. Additionally, this card is a positive omen if the asker is hoping to grow their family. So this card is like, what's your next goal? Stability, security, and foundation. Something to grow your life around. And so I think that is a good goal as you're venturing off into a new job and a new place and hoping to find love in a new land. That stability and structure and foundation feels like a good thing to focus yourself upon. So let's see. Seeds. New ideas, hope, and open-mindedness. A seed contains the blueprint for an entirely new plant, a future living thing. It is a miracle that something so small holds the key to new life. There is so much potential within a seed. In fact, planting a seed is an act of hope. It's the first step in a project or undertaking, trusting that in the future you will actualize your dream. However, there's work ahead. If the seed sprouts, it will need care and attention to maximize its potential. You will need to nourish it to help it grow. The seed card tells you that there is something worth your time that is waiting to be recognized. Be open to the messages nature has for you. Don't immediately dismiss ideas as far-fetched or impossible. Give them consideration. There may be something to learn. The reflection, when you are thinking about new ideas or new projects, what do you want to achieve? Where do you want your goal to take you? Interesting. Well, good. That's a good word to have for a reading. I'm glad you had something to think about. I hope that moves you forward positively in the month ahead and this blue moon energy that we're feeling. Thanks for letting me do a reading for you. I think, Zabu, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to take a break, stand up, stretch my legs before I come back and do your reading. But I shouldn't take too long. Mercy, you are welcome. Thank you for letting me do a reading for you. So yeah, I will be right back shortly, just standing up, stretching my legs, walking around, and then I'll be back to get that reading for you, Zabu. Thanks for being here and thanks for waiting. All right, it's Alma, and you're back at Tarot of the Soul. Sorry for the break. And before I left, I said Zabu, you were up next, but I was mistaken, and it's actually Godly that is up next. So if you are still there, Godly, I would like to get you your reading. And then Zabu is after Godly. Zabun Ninja. Zabun Ninja. Whatever I was saying. Zumbo Ninja. The Bun Ninja. Oops. Did you up the queue after Call Me a Daddy to the next person?
Yeah.
Oh, you must have done it while I was away. Your face. Well, Zabu, you're still there. And so it seems like Godly might not be there. Give them a couple minutes. Well, not a couple minutes. A little bit longer since I was on break. I love the Hermit card. The Hermit Crab. Self-reflection, introspection, contemplation, withdrawal, solitude, search for self. The hermit is a seeker of the knowledge that comes from within. A lonely wanderer on the path of the night, he searches for what can only be gained with long periods of solitude, the inner voice. You may currently be contemplating the need to be alone. Never be afraid to take this chance to reflect, as it could help you clear your mind of all the clutter that comes with everyday life. It's a wonderful card to get. Yeah, Zabu, since you're here, let's move to you, and if Godly comes back, they can jump back in the queue. So welcome to the reading table. Glad to have you here. What can I do for you tonight? Thanks. I'm wondering on how to heal my divine masculine, please. Okay. How to heal my divine masculine. Well, let's do a 5-card reading and see what the cards have to say. First card will be the Focus, the Fool, New Beginning, Two of Swords reversed, Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles reversed, Three of Wands, and the Higher Resolution. Okay, so the Fool, how to heal your divine masculine. What comes to mind when I think of the Fool before I even get to the words and inspiration is start fresh. For everything you think that masculine means, define it for yourself. A brand new definition of what it means to be masculine. because so often our past experiences, our external world conditioning, everything that life has handed to us paints masculinity to be something less than wholesome, less than positive, less than fulfilling. And if that's a truth that you carry with you about the divine masculine, it's time to go within and reflect what divine masculine means to you, how you connect to it, what it means to you personally on an individual level, not what other people tell you, not what others have taught you or shown you, but what feels right by you and you alone. That's the fool that I get. Beginnings, freedom, innocence, originality, adventure, idealism, spontaneity. To see the fool generally means the beginning of a new journey, one filled with optimism and freedom from the usual constraints in life. Yes, good advice. Good. To encounter the fool in a reading can also be interpreted as a summons to the adventurous and daring aspects of your own personality. He instills bravery because he recognizes that every day is an opportunity to explore uncharted territories in your life. And so, in that sense, see every new moment as a chance to redefine life through the lens of divine masculine and divine feminine. What feels right by you, not just what others teach you or tell you, but what aligns with your vision of masculinity and femininity. Two of Swords. No, get out of the milk. Indecision, hesitancy, anxiety, too much information, no right choice, truth revealed. This is an internal influence. The Two of Swords reverse suggests the asker has to make a decision between two options, but feels stuck and unable to move. That speaks to me of deciding for yourself what divine masculine means. Right now you're unsure, and being unsure means it's hard to know what to heal. But when you align yourself with a vision of masculinity that feels right and wholesome, then you'll know what's out of alignment with that wholesome rightness. This card also reminds the asker that they have everything within them to make a decision. Their intuition knows the best route to take. Sometimes it can feel tough to trust our inner hunches, but this card indicates that the full picture will soon come to light. That brings us to Knight of Wands. Courageous, energetic, charming, hero, rebellious, hot-tempered, free spirit. These are all words that might come to mind in the masculine in the external world and how you get to participate through that masculine vibe. The Knight of Wands represents adventure, pursuit, and passion. This card signifies the asker may be in a period where they are charging ahead with a creative project. Explore the horizons that exist outside your comfort zone. So be courageous, be bold, be adventurous, because in my mind, masculinity is very bold and very daring. Our history is filled with bold and daring men that have done many wondrous things. So divine masculinity must have a sense of adventure or creation or excitement that goes along with it in that innocence. The Knight of Wands can also indicate travel and the urge for adventure. It is a time to embrace spontaneity and fearlessness. If travel is not possible, the asker is encouraged to try new activities and break free from their routine. Then we come to the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Unfinished work, procrastination, low effort, waste, lack of growth, setbacks, impatience, lack of reward. The Seven of Pentacles reverse may indicate that the asker has not been receiving a return on the investment they put into a project, job, or relationship. The energy and resources they provided have not reaped the harvest they envisioned. There is no doubt that you are worried about finances right now. You may have to abandon a project due to financial problems, or perhaps you have borrowed too much or taken out a large loan. So this card speaks of money issues. So for me, when there's looming fears and stresses, it's hard for me to feel grounded and centered. And healing comes when we are safe. If there's something looming financially that's weighing on the mind, it's hard to be stable enough to feel grounded and centered to redefine everything you know about yourself and how you relate to reality. So before that new beginning comes, I think reconciling the weight of stress of finances is what this card is calling for. Or to recognize that you're sowing the effort into this new healing, and it takes time to heal. It's not an overnight process or like flip the switch kind of process where you just focus and then all of a sudden you're healed. For me, healing has been patterns of going through good and bad, repeating the bad that I'm trying to outgrow, longer and longer periods in between, but always cycling around and coming back to remind myself that the choices I've made and the growth I've experienced. And so, again, if there is financial stress, I can understand how that can get in the way of all of that. Just as recently as yesterday, I slept most of the day because I was feeling stress about the catalytic converter that went bad on our car, a very expensive repair that we have to tackle. And the weight of that on a fixed income is heavy. And I couldn't handle the stress of it, and I needed to tap out. And I'm doing better today, but you know, finances are a real burden to carry. And so relieve those and then find out where your mindset is. 3 of Wands is the higher resolution or higher understanding. What do you mean just straight pipe it? I'm not sure I know that phrasing. Momentum, confidence, expansion, growth, foresight, looking ahead. The meaning of the 3 of Wands suggests that everything around your plans is going smoothly because you have taken the time to plan your future and are taking the steps to turn your plans into action. The 3 of Wands can indicate that you are in control and have a strong position, just like the character that overlooks sits calmly and strong in the co-ed. You could take it in the catalytic converter and have just a pipe in its place. It might be a cheaper fix, but we have to get our problems fixed. We have a limited lifetime warranty on our vehicle. And when problems fix, we have to get them fixed in order to keep the warranty. So yeah, unfortunately, it's an expensive, even more expensive repair because in order to keep the warning signal from going off repeatedly in our car, we have to get a dealer part. So it has to come from the dealer, and that makes it like $1,500 for the part alone. That's not even including labor to get it in. So, or labor to figure out why it went bad in the first place. So, fun. So yeah, I like that your 3 of Wands card is about momentum and confidence. Kugo, hello, welcome. Welcome to the first time to Tarot of the Soul. We're glad to have you. If you want to join the queue, it's type !Alma space join, and that'll get you in the queue. And I believe you would be up next. Well, glad to have you here as well. So yeah, Zabu, I like that your higher resolution card is that growth and understanding that all of this effort that you're putting into healing your divine masculine is going to produce the results you're hoping for. Just give yourself that time to get through the slog of it and rewire that thinking so you can heal that yourself from the inside out. And that'll get you there in the long run. So let's see what the Oracle deck has to say. Cards everywhere. Mortar and pestle. I like that. Integration, subtlety, and thoroughness. Oh, I picked up the wrong book. Why I'm not finding it. The goal of the mortar and pestle are twofold. First, to reduce the size of something, and then to combine ingredients. In a spell, in order to evenly combine your components, you need to break them down into smaller parts. The grinding motion used with a mortar and pestle can appear aggressive, and applying too much force can make your ingredients fly everywhere. Use finesse. Be gentle but thorough. Take the time to blend things evenly. This card tells you that something in your life needs to be better incorporated. It could be as simple as integrating practice into daily life, or something more complex like finding balance between two relationships, like masculine and feminine. Whatever it is, take it slow. Nope, nope. Take it slow or you'll scatter what you're trying to integrate. What parts of life do you need to blend more seamlessly? And I think that's a great thing. When you're redefining the masculine and the feminine for yourself, what's the blending of the two that's harmonious for you? Because ultimately, we may come in one gendered package, based on genetics or whatever you want to call it. But really, we're all a blending of divine masculine and divine feminine energy, even if outwardly we reflect one gender or the other. So it's good to have those definitions for yourself as you're moving forward, because ultimately it lets you know how you harmonize with reality, how it harmonizes inside of you. And that's a good thing to know. So I hope, Taboo, that was... Oh, you don't even have a car. I didn't see that. That we went without a car for a really long time. We were lucky to have a charity that helped low income get financing for a vehicle with some credit counseling. And that's how we got our car. So we're living on the grace of a really good vehicle because charities exist that help people who can't get cars for themselves. But yeah, I hope that was a resonant reading for you. I hope it provided some insight in how you can heal yourself and move forward in that positive progression. Thank you. That's a really nice read. I really appreciate that. Glad we could share a good reading for you. Thank you for letting me do it for you. I appreciate it. So that brings us up to Kugo. Are you still there, Kugo? Hi, welcome. Yes, you're still there. Good, I'm glad to have you. So happy blue moon rising this evening. How are you doing tonight? You're doing good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you're doing well. What kind of reading can I get for you tonight? Is there anything in particular you're hoping for the cards to say? I have a blue moon and Sagittarius spread that I pulled for this evening and tomorrow when I stream. I like doing diamond spreads for general readings. Those are always good readings. So yeah, whatever you're feeling. I want to know if someone likes me romantically or more as a friend. I'm not able to predict other people's vibes or energy, but I do have a 4-card spread that the first card is your energy. The second card is the other person's energy that you're interested in or that you want to focus on. The third card is the mixing of your energies, and the fourth card is a meditation card in response to the relationship reading. And if that feels like something that might work for you, I can do that. Okay, yeah. And I'll do it as a love reading. So I'll read the love keywords. So you stand as the moon reversed. The second card is the person you're interested in. They're the 8 of Cups. The third card is the mixing of your energies. 3 of Pentacles reversed. And the fourth card is the meditation, 6 of Cups. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. The moon. This is your energy. The moon reversed. Clinging to the past, emotional confusion, self-doubt, hindering goals, fear of intuition. The moon reversed in this deck signifies a resistance to emotional processing and introspection. You might be clinging to past hurts or refusing to acknowledge the deeper emotions bubbling beneath the surface. Remember, even the darkest night has a moon. By confronting your emotional shadows and trusting the situation, you can navigate uncertainty and find your way back to light. So this card speaks of being a little cloudy of vision for the self and not really trusting the self in what you see. And that makes sense. You're coming for a reading, and so you might not trust your awareness in a situation. So that's where the energy that's coming through with the moon card. Then for the person you're interested in, they come with the 8 of Cups. Abandonment, walking away, letting go, searching for truth, leaving behind. The 8 of Cups. Oh, wait. I forgot to read the love meaning for your other card. Let's go back to the moon for a second. 66. So reverse love meaning is emotional manipulation, unresolved issues, difficulty connecting. If unresolved issues and difficulty connecting resonate with where you're at, definitely take care of those things before you go branching into a relationship. When we come from a place of lacking in a relationship, we're going to find ourselves lacking in the skills and gifts needed to create a healthy relationship. 6 is the Lover's card. It might be significant for her. The 6 of Cups. Okay, interesting. The 8 of Cups reverse card reveals that the querent feels stuck in a situation, whether it be an unhappy relationship, job, or... Oh, wait, I'm reading the wrong card. The 8 of Cups card represents living in alignment with our truth and instincts and walking away from disappointing situations. The querent may have recently left a job, relationship, or friendship that was not fulfilling. Upright love meaning leaving unhappy relationship or abandonment issues. And this is the card for the person that you're interested in. The 8 of Cups is a reminder to let instincts and intuition lead the way in decision making. If the querent has recently been avoiding a situation, the 8 of Cups assures them that they have the strength to face reality. Okay, and so the mixing of your energies is the 3 of Pentacles reversed. Lack of cohesion, lack of teamwork, apathy, poor motivation, conflict, ego, competition. The reverse Three of Pentacles may indicate a lack of harmony or cooperation between the asker and their colleagues or within other group dynamics. The asker may feel that their work is undervalued or underappreciated. And the reverse love meaning is conflicts in practical life, not being a good teammate in love. This card can also signify a lack of motivation or commitment in the asker's work. The reverse Three of Pentacles is a reminder to evaluate the situation from a higher perspective and look for the lesson. So yeah, if this, whatever this person is bringing to the table, if it's abandonment issues, if it's, I need to go back to Eight of Cups. I'm drawing a blank, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. Abandonment, walking away, letting go, searching for truth, leaving behind. Somebody who walks away easily, ultimately, there may just be a lesson to be learned in what this person is. Whether they're right or wrong, every relationship offers us a chance to learn and grow with or around somebody. So invite them for all that they want to be and let them be that as they want to be, and be there to learn the lessons of who they choose to be in response to you. And then the meditation is the Six of Cups. Nostalgia, memories, familiarity, healing, comfort, sentimentality, pleasure. The Six of Cups represents nostalgia, childlike joy, and happy memories. The querent is encouraged to reflect on the beautiful moments in their life when they experience contentment or bliss. The upright love meaning is reconnecting with ex, reliving happy memories, healing after breakup. This card can also signify that someone from the querent's past will return and have a positive impact on them. It may be a friend who has been away or a mentor. So this card is about past memories that matter. And so when you're, I wonder if this new person brings to light someone of the past or memories from the past that make you interested in something more. The number 66. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. And let's see what the Green Witch Oracle deck has to say. Which card is for your growth or your reflection? Carnelian, energy, leadership, creativity. That's the first time I've ever drawn that one. Carnelian is associated with creativity and energy, two elements that enhance leadership. Carnelian can strengthen your leadership qualities and help you find creative solutions to problems or ways to support your team. So as leadership comes in, I believe you get what you give. And when you want to have a healthy relationship with somebody, if you do things to show healthy love, healthy affection, healthy friendship, then, oh, I don't know. I don't know what other card popped up because I sewed them and I'm not sure which it would be. So I'm sorry. If you have to take the lead in something or are handed a situation that needs a firm hand, Carnelian can give you the confidence to do what needs to be done, even if it will make some waves. Carnelian's orange color comes from iron oxide, so it carries iron associations as well, such as protection and courage. The Carnelian card tells you to take control and be brave. Look within for motivation and strength. You have what it takes to be a leader. Be confident in your abilities. How can you improve your leadership skills? As this is a love reading, how can you improve your love skills? How can you improve sharing love in a leadership sort of way? Meaning, how can you lead the way with somebody you might have a romantic interest in that might open the door for them seeing you in the same light? So yeah, I hope this ends up being helpful and insightful and meaningful for you, Kugo. Thank you for letting me do a reading for you. Thank you. You are welcome. Appreciate you hanging around and getting a reading. I think as there isn't anybody else in the queue, I might go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. Because I'm going to be coming back and streaming tomorrow, so I don't want to be on overly long. But I just wanted to come and offer a few readings. It's been a busy night, and I even got a donation tonight, which is hugely exciting, and I'm so grateful. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that's been here. I appreciate the chance to do readings and see the magic and wonder of the cards as they manifest and unfold before us. I hope to be back tomorrow night again for another blue moon reading kind of evening. And so, yeah, I appreciate the chance to be here and everybody that showed up and hung out with me for the evening. And, I will see you hopefully tomorrow night. Thanks again for being here.